Welcome back to the Running Back Podcast, the podcast where you come for the entertainment, stay for the sports. This is a podcast for the culture, and I'm one of your host, Percy.
I'm BOBBYBANDZZZ.
And we got a little bit of a full house in here tonight. Lori might be mad at us, but we good. We got smoke on the couch. We got the man with the plan behind the camera. We got Reef. Yeah.
Yeah, stupid ass. Come on.
Right. He was quiet for Bruce. That's what it was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Filling in for Bruce.
We got the other man behind the camera. We got Jacob McFly in the building.
There we go.
Smoke thought I was going to forget, but we got John Torino in here too. Yes, sir. And at the table, if you're tuning in on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We got AQ. Run it back.
Run that shit back.
Run that shit back. AQ quality. A quality in the building. Welcome to the Run It Back Podcast, brother.
AQ! Run that shit back!
My name is A Quality, also known as AQ Run It Back. I'm a producer, engineer, / videographer, photographer, and my studio is the Hit Shop.
I swear, all the music that you've been putting me on.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I've been speaking highly of you in here, showing your work off from Instagram. You got the same damn near almost close. Well, I would say we stole the running back from you maybe because you've been running back first.
IP issues.
Simple inspiration. You know, they say great minds, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been praising you really high in here about your work. So let's get into how you got into that work. When was the first time you made a beat? Let me ask you that.
About 3 years ago.
No way.
Yeah.
Straight. Wait. What the fuck?
3 years ago. Yeah.
There's hope, Pete. Wait, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
I thought it was like 5 years old with the drum kids. No?
I started producing, but I didn't understand music well enough to produce, so I got into recording.
Oh, okay.
Well, I started as an artist, and then I got into recording.
Like the engineering?
Shit,
Okay.
yeah.
So you answered the question. I'm high selling.
So how you get over that hump from not understanding music? Because I feel like I have an ear, but I don't know chords.
I'm the same way, man. Like I'm doing this so much, like seeing all these beats and cutting them up, engineering, you kind of like, it becomes like almost like a, like a habit or like almost like you're training your ear. Like I know like when the hook is coming or when the verse goes here, the hook goes there, so that helped me like with the producing, And I do the same way as you, by ear. I do everything by ear.
That's the part I don't have down yet. I'll run I'll build it out. I told you I do a little cooking on GarageBand, but I end up exporting it. It'll either be like a minute 29 or it'll be 16 minutes. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, counting the bars and stuff like that took me a while too.
Right,
knowing how long the hook is supposed to be and the verse.
It took us recording that one track that I was like, okay, so this many bars.
Yeah.
That adds up to length. And
my brother did music, so I kind of had and I've always been in band since like grade school, so I kind of like understand sound, but putting it on there, like the technical stuff, like I don't know shit about that shit. It's a little different, like I played with Fruity Loops and like I said Pro Tools earlier, but like the way you guys really like dive into that shit, like the vocals and like the actual engineering of it is nuts. Praise to y'all, because I don't know how the hell, that's why I always tell him on the podcast, like, yo, salute to Percy, because he edits the shit, like the sound. I know we be yelling our asses off in here.
I didn't know what the fuck I was doing before we started this, though. I'm like, I gotta.
I thought he was over here just.
But then since the podcast, I learned a couple things about just how to move in and out of the software and stuff. So to watch people and then want to do some of the beat making stuff and producing, doing this made that a little easier. That's how I ended up with the one track.
The garage band shit.
Yeah.
It's like the more you do it, it becomes almost like a feeling you get. Like me, like I know when something's, it just feels off. Like when something's too long,
It
it's like,
sound- yeah,
it's
it
not
sounds-
right, man. Like, yeah.
And most of the time, you got to go with your gut. Like if it don't sound, you can't force something. Sometimes you just like if it don't sound right.
It's not right.
Yeah, it's not right. Like we were talking about a song, a track that we had that and it was like a little off beat. And then once you play it back, you're like, it's a little off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to run it back.
Yep.
You know, like so
Yeah,
it's
a feeling you get, kind of like, that's not right. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
What software you start out on?
I started on Acid Pro.
Oh, okay. I remember Acid Pro.
Acid Pro, and then I went over to Pro Tools, and I haven't used anything else since.
So 3 years ago, what did your studio look like?
3 years ago.
Or when you went before, or because you said you were engineering before, right? Or,
Yeah. So I say I've been making music for 15 years, but professionally, like maybe like 5 or 6, you know, because I used to have the studio in my crib, and I wasn't really growing there, you know, until I got out. I started to grow more because I was able to, you know, when you're at the crib, you can't just bring everybody over.
Yeah, you
know
don't trust, you know, certain motherfuckers. You got to move different, you know.
So I was able to open my doors up more for everybody when I moved out the crib. So I started, moved it from my crib about 4 years ago. But before that, every apartment that I moved into,
You had a studio.
I had extra room. I had to pay more rent because I needed that extra room for the studio. So
Right.
So yeah, I started with that, Pro Tools, and I use Machine now. I started with FL, but I didn't really catch on to it. But then I moved over to Machine, and I've been using Machine ever since. So I use Machine for production and Pro Tools for all my vocal and mixing and all that.
We like to have our guests give a little bit of free game to some of the younger or people that are aspiring to do a little bit what they're doing. Like, so a couple years ago when you started, like what hardware did you use?
Hardware?
Yeah.
I had me a little M-Box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went from the M-Box to the Digio 3. So Digio 3 was my interface. I had got a little a blue microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Pro Tools, I mean,
It's just played with it.
That's like the little $60 joint, right? Get the job done.
Yep.
Good reviews.
And then, so when did you open up your studio that you have now? You said it's in Melrose Park,
Yeah,
right?
I've been there for 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Oh,
2
that's
years. I've been moving. I moved like 3 or 4 times in the last 4 or 5 years because I couldn't find a good location. I tried the buildings. I couldn't do the buildings. It was like rooms right next to each other, you know, when you're mixing and doing all that, like
it's
all
hard
that
to
noise.
hear,
Yeah. It kind of takes you out your vibe. So I had to find my own spot where it's just me there. So
Also, no other
and
distractions
studios,
or anything. Oh, that's dope. Your own
yeah.
space.
And I wanted somewhere more private, you know, because every time I record everybody, you know, I don't care who you are, you know, you come to the studios, neutral grounds there for me. So, like where I was having the studio, I was having a lot of problems with other
People coming
in and telling me I couldn't bring certain people there, this and that. I was like, man, I need to
Hell
go
no.
somewhere where it's private, where I could bring anybody in and out. And, you know, I feel like artists like that, though. Like
Exclusive. It's more exclusive,
you know,
yeah.
Go somewhere where they don't have to worry about bumping into anybody, you know. It's just in and out, you know what I mean?
And do you, I guess, do you disclose the location of your studio, or is it kind of like just when you hit me up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
that's that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't really put my stuff out.
Yeah,
more
just
like a private
pers-
session.
okay.
Yeah.
You get the address when it's time for you to
Yeah.
pull up.
Yeah.
When you hit me with that deposit. Here's the address.
I know you serious. Yeah. Have you ever had it like early on? Did you have people like did you start the deposits for a reason, right? So did you have people like missing on studio sessions?
Oh yeah, man, all the time.
Artists just bullshitting on money.
Yeah, it was like that for a minute, man. Like I'll be, you know, book a session, nobody shows up, you call them, nobody answers, you know. So it was tough at first, you know. And then once I feel like you get to a certain stage where okay, you're cheaper than everybody else, you're doing everything $20 an hour, 25, but I feel like you get the more inconsistent people. You know, once you start raising once you start getting better and start raising your prices up, then you get those people that are more serious with it,
Because
that are
they're
more dedicated.
they don't want to lose their money. Like their money's worth more.
Yeah. So I had a lot of that, man. Sitting in the studio waiting around and
Yeah.
showing up. So
Do you think it's like you at $25 an hour because you feel like I need reps, I got to get better, or you just you're not trying to overcharge, or
I feel like that's like the normal rate too. Like
yeah,
right? It's kind of like average.
Yeah, to be honest, I felt like I don't.
Fair
I guess,
entry rate.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I wasn't where I wanted to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, to me, it's like, I don't think I'm worth this much yet, you know? So.
Yeah.
And then what did it take, or what was that moment where it's just like, yeah, I'm raising my prices?
Man, I started getting hit up, man. Like,
Demand, you know,
Yeah.
it's a what is it?
Supply and demand. Yeah. So I couldn't keep up. It was so many people, you know?
Economics.
Yeah, I was like, damn. So I had to raise it up. And, you know, people take advantage sometimes, you know? So I was like, man, you gotta know your value sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Once you figure that out, then you could charge
Yeah,
whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Say name your price.
People gonna justify what they want to pay for.
Yeah.
I mean, you charging whatever you want. If they feel like I want him on my beat mixing my track, they paying your rate.
Yeah.
That's
And
solid.
I try to keep it even now, like, I try to keep a fair price because I want to work with everybody, you know? I want to give, you know, the guys from the neighborhood a chance to come through, you know what I mean? Like, one of the guys that, at the other podcast that I was at, I had a little, I had guys sending some tracks and we picked it was like a competition.
Oh, no.
And the people from the show picked the song that they liked and we actually recorded it. We recorded it and dropped it on all the platforms. So yeah, I like, you know, that, I mean, you never know who you're going to bump into, you know?
Yeah, I see you do a lot of the times you do like a beat, like freestyles, or you like drop like, hey, if you want to do a freestyle challenge, or a 16 bar challenge. I know you just did the competition with the podcast, so that's dope that you're giving, you know, people an opportunity. Because I send those when you post that shit, I send it to all the ass like, yo. Right, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get the beat. I'm gonna send it to y'all. Y'all rap some shit, and you know what I'm saying? Because you don't get the opportunity all the time.
Yeah.
So take advantage of that shit. You know, and if you send it the beat for free, what the fuck? What the? Like what's the excuse? You know, like
lay your 16, get your sound in front of different people.
And it's dope. It's dope because then you get a bunch of different artists. Like, it was just dope the way we did it, you know, because we got all these artists and everybody was just like, you know, engaged, and you know, it was just dope to have. I got 3 different artists in the studio that never met each other and got on a song, and the song came out pretty dope. You know? And it was just dope, you know, just to have a bunch of different guys with different views, and everybody. It was just dope vibe in the studio.
Was that the one that you recorded, that video?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Break the Chains.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so that's Aragon, Golden Boy,
Mr. Whites.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shot the ODs over there. Forgot my boys in the building too. Yeah, I met them. I didn't know he was doing music for a while.
Yeah, he recently started though.
Right, that's dope, man.
He just got shout out on IG from I think that Joe.
Oh shit, dope.
Yeah, just dropped it.
And was that the first time you met them?
No, I recorded 2 of them before.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them, Mr. Whites, I didn't.
Okay, and then y'all put that together. Yeah. That's dope, man. It was a dope song too.
Thanks,
empowering, I would say. You know,
Thanks,
put a
man.
message behind it. With everything going on right now, you know what I'm saying? All this racism and all this shit that's going on. So
I was like, man, we work with so many people. It's like, you don't even, like, that doesn't exist. Like, like us here, like, that shit doesn't exist. It's like something that's like, you see it and they try to force it on you, you know? It's like, nah, man. Like,
if like you said, when you feel something's wrong, is wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to get off topic and get into some political shit, but you know, when right is right, wrong is wrong, and a lot of the times people, the way they're taught or raised, they're not taught right from wrong. People don't even know when they're doing wrong. You know, so it's kind of fucked up. Little kids, if y'all listen, stay in school, don't do drugs.
stay on social media.
Stay on social media. Social media is a lie. It is a drug. We do it because we run a business, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of what drives, you know, the industry now, which is social media. But don't fall for a lot of stuff that you see. You know what I'm saying? Like, the devil is real, and it sit right in your face and they'll lie to you.
Free game from the Run It Back family.
Yeah, free for real, free game. Let me get into the studio, right? You got it going now. How did COVID affect that?
Didn't.
It didn't. You kept rolling.
I kept rolling, man. Like, yeah, I'm in the studio. I have it where, like, you know, I tell the people that I work with, like, don't bring, you know, it's you and 2 other people, and that's it. You know?
Yeah, small sessions.
Yeah, that way, you know, everybody's focused and nobody's, you know, distracted.
That's my shit.
He likes those sessions like that.
Yeah.
It's dope like that. You're more productive. You get a lot done.
Time to work.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets hard to communicate with an artist, you know, when you got a bunch of people there. I like to, you know, kind of direct the session, you know, like if something's off, you know, I'll tell them, yo, do it like this, run it like that, you know. So it's kind of hard when you got other people there trying to coach too, you know. Because sometimes you get a lot of people there and they're trying to coach them and you can't really, you see a direction and you can't really take it there, you know what I mean?
Everybody got an opinion, man. Everybody got the next best idea.
Yourself a producer, basically, essentially, as well.
Yeah.
When you do stuff like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I understand record engineers just mostly record people, right?
Mhm.
But like when you're getting into a point of input, you're a producer too,
Yeah.
basically, right?
Yeah.
We spoke off camera. I know we were saying like when it dives into like royalties and all that. So I think you said if you engineer, you get, what is it?
It's a mechanical royalty, yeah.
Royalties. So if we said it the other like couple weeks ago. I feel like the engineers and the like producers now, you guys are like setting the game right now. Like you guys create the vibes. You guys are like, you know, putting the music together for these artists. Like you said, producing and, you know, piece by piece, this sound, constructing everything, you know.
Yes, I mean I feel like now more than ever I feel like the producers are getting, they're more like recognized, you know. Now you're getting to see like the engineers and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of that stuff, you know, like our fans, like the engineers and the producers are the artists. So like the artist fans are, it's a whole different, you know. Yeah. So it's kind of hard. They don't know like who we are. You know what I mean?
Behind the scenes,
so now it's like kind of switching a little bit. Now people know who Metro Boomin is, and you know.
Right.
Is that? Yeah. Is
Murder beats, all that.
Are you the guy who wants to be behind the scenes, or do you want to like, you know, be kind of like that Metro Boomin and run that same kind of, you know, business?
I mean, I to me it's like everybody wants recognition for the work, so I want more of the recognition for my work. You know, I want it to be solidified. You know, I don't care much about, you know, the fame and all that, but just my name solidified. Like, yeah, that guy's worked with this guy. You know, like when you walk in the room and people know who you are, or your favorite producer that you always looked up to. You walk in the room and he already know who you are. You know, so it's that type of validation is dope.
Notoriety.
Yeah.
Right? More. Put a stamp on my name. Hey, respect.
Yeah.
What would you say is like your favorite part of the music process? Because you say you've done the producing, you've made the beats, you've been the artist. We see the music video stuff. Like, what do you say is like, this is the part where when I'm doing this, I know I'm in my zone and I'm cooking?
Engineering, man. I love it all, man. I just started doing the videos, and it's kind of dope because it's like, you know, I do it so much, the engineering, that, you know, sometimes you need a break. And I feel like doing the videos, I'm still, you know, doing music, but now it's like a break away from the studio.
A different version.
Yeah, I'm out in the field and just with the artists and creating what you're drawing. I feel like I'm drawing a picture when I'm engineering, you know? So now I'm bringing that picture to a visual. So it's like, I feel like it's all works hand in hand. So it's, to me, it's like the engineering is when I sit down, I be zoned out. Like you could call me, I won't even, you have to tap on my shoulder because I just zone in. But engineering is my shit.
And then, follow up to that. What would you say is the These are filler words right now. I have no idea what I'm about to ask.
No, I have a question. What was the? I know you say you like more like exclusive, personal, like studio sessions. What was like the biggest session that you ever had? Like that made you like stick to like small sessions where it was kind of.
Man,
Because I know studio sessions, people invite friends, girls, liquor, smoking.
Inviting liquors.
so you mean was like the craziest session?
Yeah, what was like your craziest session?
Man, it was one session where dude
You don't have to say the artist.
No, it's all good. No, fuck
He
that.
said,
I'm
dude.
gonna put him on blast now. It was two. He came with two people, and I was cool. He's like, I'm gonna go outside real quick, have a smoke, cool. He comes back in, comes back with 3 more people. Damn, I was like, damn. So then two more people come, and then this time, dude lit up a joint in the studio. And I was like, man, there's no smoking in the studio. I'm like, man, y'all gotta go, man. So I had to kick half of them out, man. It was just too much. It was too much going on. Like I couldn't, like, I was, you got your speakers there, and then even if I had my headphones on, like it was just too much commotion for me to even zone in.
One time, I think whose birthday was it? Joel's birthday. They tell me we're gonna throw a house party, right? So he's like, I'm only inviting like 20 people. I didn't really have Facebook at the time, so I didn't have Facebook at the time. I think you probably ended up coming to that party somehow, like one on Haddon over there. And it was something like that. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna run downstairs and grab 2 people. Comes back, 2 people. I'm like, okay, I'm looking around. I'm like, man, I wanted to be real small, like beer pong, like this. I expected this. Bro, this nigga had a line down my building.
Damn.
He invited 120 people on Facebook when I go look. You have Facebook, bro. He invited 120 people on Facebook.
He made a guest profile.
Yo,
Yeah, wait your turn to come in.
I swear to God, there was literally people outside like, yo, can I get in? I said, what the hell did this just turn into?
Hanging out the window. We had capacity, bro.
I'm like, I literally turned people away. I had to turn people away. I'm like, this is too much. Like,
That's
crazy.
way
Wow.
too much. And I think he would end up coming. Shout out the boys because they ended up coming the next day to clean it.
Yeah, I had to go,
But I understand that when you're not expecting that, you're trying to control that environment. I'm in my house. I'm trying to control my own house.
Oh yeah.
The same kind of, and that's
Anything could break out. I had before that. I had a session. That's why I got out the building where there was a dude. The artist brought his female with him, and she had to go use the washroom. And somebody from another studio were drunk as fuck trying to holler at her. So then dude goes over there and there was a big commotion. Dude pulls out a gun, hits her over the head with it. It was just it was just crazy. She got pistol whipped because she wasn't going.
No, man.
So yeah, that's why I was like, man, fuck this building shit. I'm gonna.
When we pull up to the studio, we won't be on them.
No.
It'll probably be me and him or whoever.
So,
My girls have been
no bathroom break. So, what do you need in your studio, like, to get your session going, to be in a vibe? Like, what's the...
Man, my studio, when you walk in, the lighting's gotta be nice. Candles, I got candles everywhere. So when you walk in, it looks nice, it smells good.
He might not go home.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
I think we have the worst smelling. It's a bunch of guys. It's like a fraternity house. I was just kidding. We have a fraternity house in here.
We got Uzi B.
That's good.
Smell like oranges.
It just smelled like a lot of loud in here. That's all. But no, that's dope though. I like that.
It's just when you walk into a place, you want to be like, damn, you're already in the zone when you walk
the
in.
aromatherapy, you got the light therapy.
And I just put a little vinyl, vinyl player. So I got a little jazz playing in the background, you know what I mean?
Ask him about his hand sanitizer.
What you got? You got a deal or something? No.
What you got?
I got a jug.
What you got on your hand sanitizer?
Do you?
Yeah.
This crazy tangerine session.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'll say this. During COVID, in the beginning, hand sanitizer was fire. Then they got off knockoff shit. Like, you know, like, bro,
Hands
you
start
be in the
getting
store
dry.
like,
They ran out of gelatin.
yeah, bro, like, it'd be like, why does my hand smell like this? You know,
Strong as hell.
strong as hell. You
Got just
20 minutes into shopping, you still smell the shit.
You wash your hands with Sveka. No soap.
That is funny. So I know you worked with LV the God. He's been killing. I know you guys been killing it. A lot of the music that he's been dropping, a lot of the music you've been producing as well. How did that whole connection start off?
It started off with one of my artists. His name is Nasarima, and they
okay, I know Nasarima.
they're buddies. So yeah, I know Nasarima's brother from high school, so he brought him to me, and then that's how we linked. They made a song together, and then brought him to the studio. He had shown me a video of him like spitting some bars in the video. There are a lot of numbers, and he's like, "You think I should be rapping, bro?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" I think I told the story before, and he was just excited to be there, and I was like, "Keep doing that shit, man."
How long ago was this?
He was 16, I think. So like 5 years ago, maybe 6
Oh
years
shit,
ago.
when he first started rapping. Yeah, he dropped. I think it was a remix, right?
Recently?
Nah, his first video that blew up. I remember.
Oh, okay.
It was like a remix. He had like a couple old schools he was rapping. Was it that video that first blew up?
Yeah, I think so. He had shown me the video of him rapping his solo. He had did a video of him rapping solo that went crazy. So I think that's the one you're talking about.
That's what when you do a remix, somebody else track to what they call it a freestyle. Right?
Yeah, I think it was something like that. But you guys together, I feel like is one of those 1-2 punches in the city that you guys figured out the the balance and the sound. Does that come from just like a long-term growing connection, or was it something like when you first met him, you knew he wanted to work with his with his skills well, and you pushing him, or was it just like over time?
Yeah, it was a little bit of both, man. Like it's just a process. Like when you first meet an artist, you work with them, and then you kind of build a relationship. You gotta kind of like build that trust with an artist, because some artists been to so many studios and like they get these shitty ass engineers that don't give a shit about their music, So like, when you get a guy that actually cares, because I care about everybody that comes in the studio, It could be, the hottest rapper to the guy just starting, you know what I mean? I take him all serious. So I feel like, like me and him just working consistently, like we just developed a sound that sounds dope, man.
Yeah. And you produced, how many songs was it on the Brainiac? Was it a mixtape album? What was it?
It was, I think it was an EP. No, not
EP?
the EP. No, the EP, we dropped the EP. I think that was an album. I think I did 4 on there, if I'm not mistaken.
And you got a tape coming up with him as well?
Yeah, we're going to follow up on our applying pressure to pressure apply. We're working on that one now.
So how many tracks do you think you guys are probably get on there?
We probably do like 10, man. I was telling them we should do like 10 songs. So,
10?
Yeah, about 10.
Of just you and him?
Yeah,
10? Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Really go in,
Yeah.
That's work.
And the kid can spit his ass off. I'll give him that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say it on camera. Drake, you stole the little nigga's flow. I'm going to say it. You stole his flow on that couple bars on one of those songs. But yeah, he definitely he definitely is
He was just borrowing it. He's gonna give it back.
Nah, Drake always stealing people's shit though. It's a part of the game.
There's a formula.
It's a formula. Yeah, it's a formula. It's a part of the game. Yeah, but that's I see you guys just keep working and working and working. Does he do usually like 10-hour sessions, or is it like you come in, get out,
Yeah, we booked long sessions. Yeah, he was actually the reason why I got back into production. He's like, "Hey, Q, I need a beat from you," and that Rolling Stone was the first beat I did coming back, and that shit went crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So,
I seen you did Rolling Stone, you did Sin,
100 Degrees.
100 Degrees, yeah, man, and a lot of videos that he's pushing, they just been going up and up. I seen that you guys, was it on? Somebody shared you guys on Instagram a couple, maybe mid-COVID, or you guys, what was it? Do you remember, Reef? What the hell is this nigga's name? Oh, DJ Academics, I gave you guys a shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when they were dissing 6ix9ine.
Oh yeah.
Did you see more traction come in? Like as a camp with you guys,
Yeah.
like after that?
Yeah, it kind of pumped the project too, because we were like on the process of dropping the project. So it
Right
helped.
before?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
How did he feel about that comparison? If you could, if you know.
I'm sure he didn't like it. Yeah. And too, I feel like 6ix9ine, you know. I mean, I don't hate the dude or nothing like that, but you know, there's certain people that, you know, they know
Right.
with real shit from, you know,
Right.
street shit from studio shit.
and you see, like I said, don't believe everything you see on the internet, because when shit gets real, you see what happens.
Yeah.
And you see he's kind of been quiet, right, for a while.
Yeah, they're shutting his ass down. That's what it is.
Yeah. We talk shit about him a lot in here. I'm sure a lot of people probably talk shit about him. But yeah, so 2020 is almost wrapping up. You guys are working on a project for 2021, right?
Yeah.
What else do you have coming out 2021?
Man, I'm working with a lot of artists, man. I can't even specifically name anything. But
There's so much,
yeah, I got like probably like 10 different projects I'm working on.
It is mixtape, like albums or mixtapes?
Yeah, mixtape, EPs. Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff. So, I mean, I can't really.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So when you're working with just any artist in general, when you got a track, like when the beat's done, or when the verse is on the beat, at which point do you know, like, I might have one?
Right away, man. Like,
while you cooking it?
Yeah, while we're working, like, you know, like some artists, everybody's different. They work at their own pace. You know, some artists like writing in the studio while they're doing it. Some artists come prepared. But, like, I had this one kid that came to the studio that's never been in the studio and just get on the mic like he's been in the studio. Yeah. I was like, yeah, he's dope. Like, you know, like some people just, like, catch quick, you know. So.
And do you kind of, like, take those guys under your wing and kind of like mentor them, just because, you know, as you being an artist for, you know, like you said, in the music industry for over 15 years, do you not feel obligated, you know, but do you find that, like, you know, in you to do it?
I always try that, man. Like, I don't try to, like, you know, because I've had in the past where I try to put guys under my wings and it always backfires on me. So I always give them the option, like, yo, like, you know, we could work on some shit, you know, we could work something out, you know, I give them game on royalty splits and all that, you know, and try to work with them more, you know, and if they want to, you know, they'll come. I don't chase nobody, you know, like, if you want to work, we're going to work. You know, if I have to hit you up more than 2, 3 times, then, I mean, you can't do that, you know what I mean? If somebody wants to work, like, they'll work. They're going to come. They're going to hit you up. Yo, what do you got available? Let's work. Cool, you know.
And do you record every day of the week? Do you set, like, a schedule, like, I'm off these certain days?
Usually Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm off the studio with the family.
Okay.
But, yeah, I'm there. Like, I got a job, too, so, like, right after work, I'm at the studio working. Yeah, so I'm working 2 full-time jobs.
That was my other question from earlier. Do you work exclusively in the studio? So when it's music time, you're in the studio working on music?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I got a 9 to 5, 6 in the morning, I go to work, get out at 2, at the studio by 3, get out the studio from, like, anywhere from 3 to 11 o'clock.
And you usually cut it before, obviously, because you work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hopefully that changes next year where I'm able to focus more. Now that I'm doing the videos, you know, I could.
And is that the goal? Yeah. Quit the 9 to 5 and work straight 100% from the studio?
Yep.
Can you quickly go into the importance of having that? Because I think 9 to 5s have been really getting a bit of a bad rap. Like, even you're saying, like, you don't want that to be the goal, but, like, what's the importance of having that 9 to 5 while building toward?
It's very important. Yeah, I mean, like, you have a dream, you know, you gotta somehow, you know, you can't not just work, you know, you gotta build on it, you know, get some kind of bread to build towards it. Right. So I don't knock my job. It's helped me get my equipment. It's helped me, you know, get food on the table and all that. But, you know, when you're chasing something, there comes a point where
you gotta support that dream.
Yeah, like the dream is, you know, you get to a point where you're making more over here than over here, and sometimes this could be slowing you down.
Yeah.
It helped you get started,
Right.
but if you don't let it go at some point, then it could slow you down, hold you back from a lot more opportunities from growing, you know. But I think having a job and supporting your habit or your hobby, you know, because that's how it starts out, you know, and then it just grows. I feel like it's very important, because without the money, you can't really do shit.
Do you want to grow? So you want to grow to where you're in the studio every day, not working a 9 to 5. Do you want to hire? Well, you have also. Is that the goal, to have a couple engineers that are working in the studio as well?
Yeah, my goal is to have, you know, a place where I have multiple studios, you know, and I'm able to focus with the artists I want to focus on, and then have my engineers like work with new artists and stuff like that.
And would it be like 24 hours, you think, or
I probably, you know, you gotta limit yourself. You can't,
you can't
burn yourself out, you know. So, you know, like, I just want to be able to have full control of my schedule and get 8 hours back in my life that I could do like other shit with, like get up in the morning, go work out, you know, like, you know, you go to work,
control your own schedule.
Yeah, right? You go to work, you're gassed, you go to studio. After the studio, you ain't thinking about
the
gym and none of that shit. You just want to go home and chill, to fucking wake up in the morning and do it all over again. So yeah, my goal is to have. That's why I picked up the videography shit too, so I could at least have, you know, that a little more income, so I could, you know, balance it off.
Do you want to stay here in Chicago?
Yeah, I'll stay here, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I know everybody wants to leave. You know, they go to Cali, they go to New York, they go.
I feel like Chicago's like, you know, to me it's the heart of music. Like, there's a lot of artists that come from Chicago. You know, going somewhere else. I mean, I'll go somewhere else for a week.
Yeah.
But to stay and move, nah, I'm here, man.
And you got your family, you said, so. Yeah, but it's tough. It like me and my girl about to have a kid and stuff, and just talking like,
man.
Thank you. Yeah. December 11th is coming pretty soon, so that shit is getting real scary.
It's not as bad as you think, man.
Well, it's scary for her because she's going through all the X's right now. She's feeling it, but like we always talk about, like, you know, maybe moving somewhere, but it's like we also have this going on, and we also, you know, have a goal for this too. So it's kind of hard, you know, trying to figure out what to do next. You know, where life we'll see where life takes us, but it's tough with that decision when you have opportunity at your hand. You know.
Well, I got 4 kids, man. I got 3 girls and a boy, and like my dream, like, still firing up, man. Like, to me, it was more of a, you know, fire. Like, damn, I got a kid now. I got to really make this shit work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, that shouldn't, you know, a lot of people get like, damn. Like, I remember when I was hooping, you know, I got my first kid. I was like, fuck, my dream, it's over. But nah, man, it gets better, man. Like, to me, it's like, it gives you more,
a drive,
a push. Yeah, like, damn, this is for real. Now I got a real human I gotta, you know, take care of. You know what I mean? So,
and you have 3 daughters, man. That's a blessing.
Yeah, man.
A lot of guys. No, it is a blessing. A lot of guys always want the boys. Did you want the boys, or did you want the daughters?
At first, I was upset, but then the girls are sweet, man. Like,
Daddy's
they're sweet.
Girls,
It's a different type of, you know, love there. You know, like, now that I got my son, I'm like,
He the
damn.
youngest? He the youngest?
He's the youngest. Yeah.
Oh, so you expect girl,
and then
boy.
Yeah,
oh, that's love.
And everybody says boys are easier. I'm like, hell no.
He's wilder.
He's climbing shit, busting his shit. I'm like, damn. Top of the fridge. I'm like, damn, girls didn't do that.
I'm gonna have to hold him down because I'm accident prone, so I don't know if it's genetic yet. So that nigga tears his ACL falling from the fridge at 4.
Your fault, man.
Yeah, I tore 3 ACLs, Achilles. So if this little nigga comes out with an extra toe or something, bro, like genetically fucked up, then
you gotta think about the young injuries you had first, falling off construction sites and shit.
Oh yeah, I was like, as a kid in the hospital I have 21 different sets of stitches.
Damn.
Like every single year in the hospital.
Climbing shit for real.
Yeah, like just wild. So I know my son is gonna probably just be wild.
Some of the shit he did to get stitched is just so unlucky. Like the fucking sink breaking and
hitting my chin like just dumb shit. Just
knocking his tooth out with a car.
no, one time. No, yeah.
How you knock your tooth out with a car?
No, one time.
Run into it, man.
No, I was trying to push it. Like, you know how you see Strongest Man and shit? Maybe
You slipped off.
Bro, I think he pressed the brake on my ass. And I swear to God, I think it's that.
That's why he brought it up. He got your ass back.
10 years later, bro. I swear to God. And it was a girl too, so he was trying to be funny and shit, probably, you know what I'm saying? And bro, it's like 12:30 at night. I'm like, watch this. Hold on. We gonna push this car. It did not move, and I boom, lost the tooth. Not lost the tooth. I chipped my tooth. I went to like Jules trying to put some like filler on, bro. I looked retarded this.
We bought tooth putty. We bought tooth number.
What is tooth putty? Tell me. What is tooth putty? I tried it and I was in so. I was fucked up. So I'm scared. Like I know how old are your kids?
I got 11, 8, and 5.
And do they play
2.
sports?
They do, yeah.
Do they hoop?
Softball. They play softball. Girls play softball,
girls.
baseball, yeah.
How old is your son? You said 2.
He's 2. He's gonna turn 2, yeah.
So you want him to hoop?
Yeah, whatever, man. Yeah.
I'm sure the girls play baseball, softball, so he might play baseball.
Yep.
Do you want I know a lot of people. I'm the artist. My son's gonna be a rapper too. Do you kind of, or just let it fall in his hands?
Yeah, I let him. You know, like I don't want to be the type of dad to like
no drum
force
sets on Christmas and shit. You know, kids be having drum sets, pianos, and they don't even.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I feel like kids, like I gravitate to something, so, and I didn't have any options really, so I feel like kids gravitate to shit. You know what I mean? They see. So whatever he gravitates to, I'm all with it, man. If it's music, I'm happy to be there as a, influence him because I didn't have that. So he if he decides to get into music, he'll start off way earlier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll get to probably do something more. You know what I mean with it, because I'll be able to teach him.
So I want to ask, but I don't want to ask. Did you not have your father in your?
No, I didn't.
No? Okay, so that's
he left early, so he wasn't into shit. So I wasn't.
It was
He was gone like when I was like maybe like 5 or something. I mean, here and there I'll see him, but he wasn't no influence in.
Is that kind of more motivation why with your kids?
Yep. Yeah, I know Archangel had. I know Archangel the rapper.
Yeah,
he was talking about that. He's like, how you have kids and like to me, I can't go a week without seeing my kids. Like, how do you just like disappear out the picture and like don't even worry about your kids? You know what I mean? So it's like. I can't do that to my kids. I made it a goal. Like I'm gonna be there no matter what. You know what I mean? So it's like
shout out to you, salute that, because a lot of guys. It's COVID, my nigga. They ain't even know where to go, and you ain't seen your son. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, people just make excuses and just. It's not hard. Like a lot of people would say like use money as an excuse. Like I don't have money or this and that. But time is free.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, so. Time is free. You got the opportunity. A kid like you said, you didn't have your father. So growing up, you don't want your kid to go through that same thing. You know?
The decisions you make. I feel like I've been in so many messed up situations that if I had guidance, I probably wouldn't be there. You know, I mean,
wouldn't have been there in the first place.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's like if you have somebody to tell you, yo, I've been through this. You know, I'm giving you advice. You know, like just. Somebody to guide you is important. I feel like a lot of us, have that issue. You know, like we be lost as fuck forever because it's like, damn, like don't nobody show me how to make a business or how to like, save money or like stuff like that.
Or even going to work.
Like iPhone.
Appreciate you, Siri.
Yeah. So it's
Alexa.
And I feel like you do need a dad because it's like. I mean, I came to a point where my mom couldn't tell me what to do, like she can't control me,
Yeah, you feel like you're a grown man.
Yeah,
already.
you know what I mean? So you need somebody to just check your ass sometimes,
It's truth.
Yeah.
Truth.
What the hell was I about to say right now?
You have any influences or people that you model your style or thing like behind?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of 40, the producer, Timberland, well, Swiss Beats. Like, I feel like all those guys are like, you know, like they're solid. You know, they're always
solidified.
Yeah, like,
solidified.
because whenever you hear their sound, you know, you could distinguish like who made the beat just by the style of the beat. You know, and I feel like that's hard to do because even now, you have 10 producers in the room, and you wouldn't know who made the beat because they all sound the same. You know what I mean?
It got to a point like that where I was like that with rappers. It was just like he would tell me the name of a person, and I'm like, "Word, that was him."
Yeah, a lot of rappers do sound the same. Like when not Cowboy when he dropped the Envy or what is it, Envy or Envy Me or something. Everybody thought it was Little Durk. Like everybody's like, "Yo, this is Little Durk," and I'm like, "Who the fuck?" You know. But a lot of music gets saturated in that market because it's. I feel like that's what's going on with music right now.
Sound gets hot, and you ride the wave.
A lot of people are riding Brooklyn's wave, you know, like that kind of tempo and sound. The drill, like it's coming back in this. Have you ever got into that drill sound?
I tried it.
Yeah,
I tried it. Yeah, I think it's dope. I think it's always dope with a new like subcategory of music, of hip hop. You know, like drops. It's dope. You know,
dive into it. That UK fresh. Drill is a little different too as well. Yeah, he's from Brooklyn, so he fucks with the New York sound.
Thought you was about to say he's from the UK. I'm like, when?
Just got back yesterday.
I had another question. I'm gonna remember it in 2 seconds. Nah.
2.
My bad.
You good, right? Nah, you gonna have to go ahead.
We could jump. So we usually do a little. I say a game. Not usually. We do it once in a while with a few guests. We'll go onto your Instagram and we'll like pick a picture. So just pretty much like describe what was going on in the picture, or like you know how it built up to it. Okay. So I know he got it there.
Okay. So we'll go with this one first.
That's Carmen Mena. We my mixtape is working with her, so they booked the session.
Oh, my mixtapes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were on the studio with her mom and her dad, and it was dope session.
Is she from here?
Yeah, she's from here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay. Really good singer. She's really talented.
Is that was that your first time working with her that time?
No, that's like I worked with her a few times before. So that was maybe like my fifth time working with her. Yeah.
Have you noticed a difference between working with R&B is kind of a mix right now, or like kind of a lost art. So I'll just say a singer. Is there a difference between working with a singer versus a rapper?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot more like mixing is a lot. You got to do a lot more, you know. And like if the singer's on point, you know, a lot of singers they can sing, but some of them can't. Yeah, they can't really change the pitches or. So I got to pull out my Melodyne and pitch correct everything. So it's a lot more intensive with the work. You know, you got to dub, you got to do highlights, melodies in the background. So it's a lot more work for, and then a female singer is a lot for mixing, you know, because their voices are so pitchy. Yeah. You got to kind of get the right mix for that, because then it'll like pierce through, you know, when you're listening to it.
Right.
So yeah, it is a lot more work for R&B.
Okay.
Do you enjoy it though? Do you enjoy the hard work of it?
In the bag.
Yeah.
Do you, so I know you said you played basketball for a while too. Does that kind of like that drive, like being an athlete, you know, does that push you like with your work ethic?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, because I mean, I feel like playing ball kind of helped me build some kind of routine. You know, like get up, you gotta hustle, practice to get better. You know, so the same with the music. When I got into it, it was like, I gotta get better. And
you gotta get in the gym.
You know how many shots you gotta get up.
Yeah.
And we got shout out Clemente. We got 2 alumni in the building.
Yeah.
How would you say, like growing up? You say you grew up over here by Yates. You know, like Logan Square, Humboldt Park. we got the Chicago flag back here. We're a Humble Park podcast. How would you say, not good and bad, Humble Park has changed from growing up as a kid to now?
It's changed a lot, man. I mean, as far as like the buildings and stuff.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, yeah. Stores are not there anymore. Buildings are gone.
Yeah. I don't know about the I don't know about the neighborhoods, but
so you don't come around here much?
Nah, I've been away for a minute. My sister still lives down here. I come past, and I just like I've always been like the type of dude that, man, I want to get out that shit.
Yeah.
Like it was so bad growing up. It's like you don't want to keep, like. And
a lot of people left. Like
it just gets like. It's same people doing you, like it's like, come on, man.
You get tired of
you get tired, like of all the bullshit. And it's like I was like, as soon as I'm good, I'm gonna just move further and further away from the city. I still love my city, but
so you're out of the city now?
I'm in Melrose, so it's kinda like borderline,
Oh, so you're right close, right by your studio.
Yeah. So it's like I want better, for myself and for my family. Like it sucks coming outside. You ain't doing. You're just trying to chill. Motherfuckers me mugging you, or
That's one thing. Me and shout out Jacob again. We're working on a project in the neighborhood. We just gotta like change that narrative, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I tell people all the time, like even when we're just walking through the neighborhood, like people are looking, and like
it sucks.
I always say, why do we always look at a Hispanic first or a black dude first before, and a white person will walk right past and they're like, it's no worry. But I'm sure it's something we've dealt with for so long that you don't want to put your guard down, but we got to get to the point where we're able to just come outside. Like you don't see Puerto Ricans outside no more. Why? Because we're scared to come outside. Like motherfuckers don't want to get shot. Motherfuckers don't want to.
Yeah.
So I understand. Like
it's scary, man.
And you got kids too.
Yeah, having friends and just that you grew up with not being there no more because they were somewhere they weren't like at the wrong place at the wrong time. It's like, damn, it makes you think, man, I could have been me or am I next? It's kind of like it's scary, man.
Yeah, it's a slower pace when you're out there. You can control your own pace here. You can't control every variable.
I mean, anywhere you go, if something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I'd rather increase my chances of being saved.
Decrease the chances of being shot.
Yeah.
Oh, he got another one.
Yeah, we got one more.
That's right there. I was shooting for the Break the Chains.
That's the video we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, my boy Jacob was there. John was there.
Oh,
yeah, it was dope, man. We went to, I think it was Indiana. Was it Indiana or what was it? Joliet. Yeah. And one of my other camera buddies, he's like, I know a spot where y'all could shoot. We went there, and it's pretty dope, man.
Were you guys the only ones there, or you see other people that were like walking around at all?
There was a couple people. Actually, when I pulled up, the security guard, or I don't know who he was like trying to check us. But he was cool. He let us film and shit. So.
Karen, you need a permit. You can't film here.
But yeah, that was the video.
The scenery was dope. Like you guys put that together. I didn't know that you had put that like together. That whole thing. Yeah. I know you said working just as an engineer, you feel like with the camera you can put stuff together. Does it feel like you're getting better and better every single time you shoot?
Yeah.
Like do you notice like the progression?
Yeah, I'm starting to like there's different ways when you film is all about angles and lighting, stuff like that. So the mistakes I made in the past videos, I'm catching them. And I'm like, for the next video, I want to make sure I do this or So yeah, I've been watching videos and just doing this little tricks you could do, like when you're filming, like in camera movement and stuff like that. That you could apply it to when you're editing and it looks dope. So.
Right. I do a little video editing, obviously with this, and mine really started as I'm a real estate agent, so just marketing my properties.
Dope.
If you're ever looking for any real estate or shopping in the neighborhood,
this is probably I'm supposed to slide you a business card, but
for sure
he can Photoshop
next time.
the video. Put one right
there. Right.
Yeah. So I mean, just for me, it's the same story. Just doing those things, learning those and seeing them. So are you seeing those mistakes like because as it's happening, you imagining what you want. I assume, right? So it's just like I'm capturing what I want, and then you bring it in to whatever your editing software is, and it's just like, damn, if I would have did that, because some, like you said, sometimes that manual zoom in or that pan will look so much better than that digital zoom.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm catching all that. Like, I feel like my biggest curve was learning the program, the software.
What do you use?
I use Premiere.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like once you learn the software and all the stuff that it does, then you're kind of like, at first you're in a box. Like, you're limited to the things you do because you don't know how to use the software. Yeah. But once you start learning the software and the tricks and stuff, you get out that box and you start being more creative.
Yeah, I've learned the value of presets and saving settings and all kind of, just
the workflow's faster that way.
For sure. What's your current kind of like editing setup? I know setups are kind of a big thing over the last year or so.
You talking about equipment wise or just the way I go about editing?
Both. However you wanna take that.
Well, the computer, I feel like, is the brain. Like, even with my music shit, I learned that I need a brain that can handle all this shit. Because my shit used to crash.
You use Mac?
I use a Mac now, And I use a PC for my editing. I was like, man, it sucks when you're trying to edit and shit freezing up on you. You can't be creative. You can't move around. So I make sure that the biggest piece of equipment that I have, the hardest, is my computer. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Were you like the engineer in the beginning where had like the crack programs in the beginning?
Hell yeah. I had all that shit. Cracked this. Had everything cracked. And then I was like, damn, get a new computer. And you
couldn't get it out.
Couldn't get it out.
Right.
And then especially now with like Mac and shit, like they're coming out with better good shit that you need to use, that you want to use, but you need to subscribe to Pro Tools. Now you need to pay for a subscription.
That's a different conversation. The world's changing to subscription based, but it's the same thing with Adobe, which we use Adobe. He pays a subscription for, like, they're changing everything. Like Microsoft Word, I used to be in school, like, what the fuck, I gotta pay?
Yeah, one day just like, wait, I don't got Word no more.
Yeah, you gotta pay a subscription.
Yeah.
And then if you want to buy the actual shit, is like expensive as hell.
Yeah, and then it'd be outdated in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But you do notice the difference when you do buy the real versions, right?
Oh yeah, man. Like I feel better.
Secure,
secure, more like, okay, I got this plugin, I have it. If I ever lose it, I could just download it again, Yeah. And then sometimes some plugins come with presets or different settings that some of them don't come with,
when it's like uncracked, I guess.
Yeah,
It's true.
You don't get the full version of that.
That's one thing I really haven't gotten into yet is the plugins, but just watching just other engineers work and just seeing them, they pull this plugin and it does that. Then they'll come in with another plugin and it does this. It's just like, damn.
Yeah, it gets overwhelming, but I feel like, man, like, to be honest, all the shit that I use is all like from Pro Tools. Like, I still use a compressor from Pro Tools because a compressor is gonna compress no matter if it's a whatever brand it is. Right. It's a compressor. It's gonna compress. The EQ, the same shit. Delays, echoes, reverbs.
Yeah.
It's just the branding. But I feel like, once you find, I got my 3 or 4 plugins, my go-to plugins that I use, and they all do the same shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say the first like 20 episodes, it probably take me like 3 hours to edit the audio. Just I had to figure out his sound, I had to figure out my sound.
Yeah.
Like, we got different tones of voice and everything. Then did we have a third mic at that point?
No, I don't think so.
No, we didn't have one set up. So then I'm trying to get the people around the room at least some kind of input in.
Right.
It really didn't pick them up. So then now it's to the point where I hit 3 or 4 keys and
settings.
Control M, ready to go.
Dope.
Do you find yourself? I know you say you work in the morning. You do that, then you go to the studio. When you get home, do you find yourself still working, like, or do you just like?
Man, at home, man, in my head, like, sometimes it sucks. Sometimes I'll be out with my family and I can't really enjoy myself because I'm thinking about the fucking studio. I'm like, damn, let's go.
Yeah.
The movie over, let's go. So it's like, it's hard. I had to learn how to like be there. You know what I mean? Because it takes over you, man. Especially if you love it and you have a passion for it. It's like you're thinking about the next thing. Like you got thinking about the next session or excited about some new jump kits you got. It's like It's like for me, I felt that way when I was a kid. When I come home to play my video games, when I used to get a video game, I couldn't wait. Yeah, I had to pop that bitch in. You know? That's how I feel about music.
Brand new shoes, you put the motherfuckers on right outside the store, start racing your brother, whoever, thinking you faster already. You know?
So that's how it is for me for music. Like whenever I get something new, I'm like, let's get to the studio.
This new toy.
I see you got a new mic.
Yeah.
Right. What's I don't know.
It's an Avatone. It's an Avatone and it's modded by what's the company? Black Lion Audio. Yeah. And they're kind of like sponsoring the studio.
Oh, nice.
So I got some equipment that they, let me use.
Yeah.
And shit like that to record. Yeah. So.
Do you have like a favorite? Do you have like the ta-da, pull out this mic, like, yo, no one uses this mic, like
I got
really expensive one?
Yeah, I got that manly gold reference mic. It's a little, I need to take it to repair, so it's been sitting there for a while, but that's my favorite mic.
Your favorite mic?
It's an old, really old mic, and it's gold, so when you put it up, it's just shine it up. It's just
we got a little gold one, but...
Yeah, that one over there.
When you take it, I wanted to switch it to here, because this is silver here, but... The gold one is dope. So you I was gonna ask, you do all the engineering, all that stuff. You used to do music. Is there any chance you have music coming out again?
Man, it's funny because an artist, one of my main artists, hit me up. Yo, I want to work on this project. I'm gonna write it for you. I just want you to be on the hooks.
Oh shit!
And, I was like. Shit, if I don't gotta do no work, I'm with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll do it.
Be in the studio already anyway.
Yeah. Knock it out.
And do you, so like, as you grew into the businessman that you are now, is everything like straight business? Is it like, or is it just like, you can have that on me? You know what I'm saying? Or is it like, I'm on my royalties?
Nah, I don't. I try to, I mean, business is business. You gotta separate it, but. Like, you can't be like a hard ass.
Like, hold on, I'll give you that bar, nigga.
Yeah, like, I want 10%.
I need 10%.
You're talking about that word made the whole song. Right.
That'll be me. Nah, B, hold on. That's everybody's favorite part.
Make sure you say my name in the ad-lib.
When you screw on Apple Music, my name better be on the bottom. Sure. Feature. Yeah, I want a whole feature of you. I didn't hear his name at all. I didn't hear him rap at all. No, he had a couple bars.
No, but what's crazy is that a lot of artists that come in don't know nothing about like the business side. Yeah. So I try to tell them, try to give them some game about how they can make money. If they put their music up on iTunes, they're like, you could do that. I'm like, yeah, man, that shit ain't hard,
Yeah.
So,
do you take that as a responsibility, or is it just kind of like?
Yeah, I take it.
That you want to do.
Yeah, I take it as a responsibility, man. Cause it's like a lot of these artists, they get
dragged.
Yeah, man. Like labels take them in, and that's why they look for the young artists.
Yeah,
because they don't know shit about it.
Right.
They get a little 20 racks up front, and that's it. That's all they getting. Everything else is you paying for the rest of your life.
America know how long 20 racks last.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
You get a little 10 minutes. For real, those are tricky though. Do you deal with like attorneys and stuff like that?
I don't. No.
You do everything.
Yeah. I should later down the line, but no, I don't.
So a lot of good faith business and doing business proper.
Have you had like a sour business deal go?
Not really. No.
No.
I had sessions that I couldn't I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, like you work on a song for so long and then the artist still don't like it. I had learned that you can't make everybody happy.
Right.
You can't. No matter what you do, no matter how good you can make it sound, some people just aren't satisfied.
Have you been in I'm sure you've been in the studio session where you're like, this shit's fucking trash.
Man, no comment.
Not speaking, it could be somebody from 5 years ago when you first, but it's just like, oh my God.
Man.
Like, is it hard? I know there's good days, and I'm sure there's very bad days.
Yeah, I've had sessions where it's tough, man. Like even artists just being like super like, you have an artist say a bar and he'll come out. Let me hear that. and then he'll go back in, spit another bar. Let me hear that. And then they'll do the whole 16, and then scratch that. I'm gonna do it again. So it's like it gets crazy, man.
Tell me, where we at? We one takes over here, man. We'll waste no time. One take. You got to be ready. You know, a lot of that takes preparation, though.
Yeah.
You'll see the younger artists. A lot of people, they think like, because of these bigger rappers don't write anything. They don't. They could just go in and go. A lot of people think they could just go in and go as well.
That comes with experience, man. Like it's hard. It's tough. Like even coming up with dope lines, you know. I mean, you could do that. I have artists that come and freestyle, but it's just a bunch of shit everywhere.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. Nothing connects, you know. And in music, you want to be able to connect. No matter what you're saying, it's got to be able to make sense. You know?
I started like just messing around because we want to do like some music stuff, but I'm like real big on kind of like composing music. Like I have a theme for a song, and I'm gonna compose kind of like around the theme.
Yeah,
you know, like
that's dope.
Rather than just people just, I'm gonna throw this and
just whatever.
It sounds cool.
Like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna try. I don't know how to do it, so I'm gonna try to do it the right way. You know,
like Jordan Lucas, I love the way.
Oh, he's a beast.
Yeah, he does like the concepts of the videos, and then how he could tell like a story in two different perspectives.
Yeah,
that's dope.
He's real dope. That video, I think it was the racism one that he did was.
Oh yeah,
that shit was crazy. And think about it, when he dropped that video like 4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And you could drop that today and probably still
will circulate.
You know.
Yeah.
Definitely still will circulate.
But I think we got it for the most
one more.
part. You got one more? Okay.
If you can remember.
Yeah.
If you can remember, what's the most random place where you had like a good idea strike you? We're just like, I gotta get to the studio, or I gotta write this shit down, or if that does happen, like how do you make sure you don't lose that idea?
I think I was in my sleep. I think it was in a dream.
The best people.
Like I was in a dream. I remember I was in a session and I couldn't figure out something, and it was bugging the shit out of me. And in my dream,
it came to you.
I figured it out. Dude, I was like, what the fuck? I went to the studio. I was like, how the fuck? That's crazy. So I think
it ate up your mind so much.
Yeah.
Right?
And it came to you just in that relaxed state. Yeah.
Yeah, in my dream, I was like in there working out, and I was like, damn.
Oh, that's it.
That's it. I don't know how, but it happened.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so on that note, I think we pretty much got everything we wanted to ask you today. I appreciate everyone coming out today again.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me on any social media, like AQ Running Back. Google me, AQ Running Back. All my shit pops up.
Google me, nigga. You heard that? Hey, Google this nigga, bro. Fuck you talking about. Google this nigga, man. And then Google Running Back right after. Running Back Podcast.
Hell yeah.
I mean, there's a couple running backs, niggas be trying to bite the style, the swag. Only a few.
Can we talk about that on air? Can we talk about that for a second? We got AQ Running Back on the Running Back Podcast.
We do a little Running Back collab. You know what I'm saying? We do a little Running Back collab. I appreciate you coming out. You dropped a lot of knowledge. I always like picking people's brains, and so does Percy, because it's kind of similar, fields with the engineering and stuff like that. So I appreciate you coming out.
Thank you, man.
Late night after work. I'm sure you work today.
No, it's all good.
But
man. That's what it's all about, man. Networking and meeting new people and growing, man.
Yeah,
so I'm all about that.
I hope we could. We do future events as well. So when all this shit pushes over, hopefully we can collab something else, do a dope networking event or something. Yeah. Even get these guys in the studio. So
most definitely, man.
On that note,
we're gonna need a AQ Running Back beat on the tape.
Facts.
Hell yeah, man.
We'll
got you.
Yeah, hell yeah. On that note, we out.
Peace.
Yes,
Peace.
Sir.